Let's just jump on right in. Focused on our spine this evening and focused on a nice alignment and what's happening in our target area. So we focus on the engagement being in the right area, nice alignment, steady breath, and it sets us all up for a sustainable practice. Standing at the top of the mat, we'll have a little bit of check in with the neck and the shoulders. So from looking straight ahead, we'll turn up, looking to the right. Then taking our gaze down toward the left shoulder, looking up to the left, and then looking down towards the right shoulder, looking up to the right, and down to the left shoulder, looking up to the left, gazing down to the right shoulder, and looking up to the right. Taking your gaze to the left shoulder, look up to the left, down to the right, looking up to the right, and then back to center. A few circles of the shoulders, backwards. And then maybe you take those circles forward. Just noticing any sticky spots, any tight spots. And standing tall. That hip distance between the feet, or maybe the feet are together with the toes touching or somewhere in between. Anatomical breathing. As we inhale through the nose, lift the chest, lift the chin, palms face forward, draw the shoulder blades toward each other, open the front body. Exhale out the mouth, tuck the chin to the chest, turn the hands back, press them behind you as you round the shoulders. Inhale, filling up the chest, lift the chin away from the chest, shoulder blades draw toward each other. Exhale out the mouth, press the hands back, round the shoulders. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Let the breath fill the front body. Exhale. Tuck the chin to the chest, spine staying tall, round the back. Inhale, last breath in. Holding the breath at the top. Exhale, tuck the chin, press the hands back, draw the abdomen in to empty the lungs, and then standing tall. Step into the back of the mat, a warrior salute, stepping forward with the right leg, hip distance between the feet, coming onto the ball of the back foot, and bend the right knee to sink the hips down. Keeping the hips even, shoulders even. Choose the grip with the arms, up and over the hip. Inhale, lift the chest, lift the chin. As you exhale, option to relax the head back. Arms up, palms together, and arms back, opening the front body. You feel that compression gentle in the back, nothing sharp, nothing pinching, still warming up. Breath steady in and out through the nose. One more inhale. Stay for the exhale. Change, come up with the upper body. Straighten the legs, bend the back knee, bring it to the floor. Untuck the back toes. Box shape with the limbs, hips even, shoulders even, chin to chest. Draw the abdomen in as you roll down. Forehead to the knee. push the floor away with the fingertips round the back. Draw the inhale into the back of the lungs. Exhale, chin to chest, round the upper back. Hands together, roll up bottom to top. Untuck the chin last, the hips push forward. Spine tall in the center. Exhale, lift the chest, lift the chin, relax the head. Arms up, palms together, arms back. Feel that opening of the front body. And the hips still even as the spine tall in the center with the chest lifted. Exhale, arms might come back a little more, extending the spine. Change, come up with the upper body. Right knee down, left foot forward, tuck the back toes under, and standing up. Bend the left knee, sink the hips down. Keeping the hips even, come onto the ball of the back foot. Lift the chest. Exhale, lift the chin, option to relax the head back. Arms up, arms back. Feel that opening across the right hip flexor. Keeping the chest lifted. Chin away from the chest, so the chin lifts as well as the head relaxes. Feel that lengthening on the neck. Change, come up with the upper body. Straighten the legs. Bringing the right knee down, untuck the back toes. Making that box shape with the legs, so keep the hips even, shoulders even. Exhale, focus on the spine as you round down. Start with the arms and the head and the shoulders. Forehead to knee. Push the floor away with the tips of the fingers. Shoulders away from the ears. Keep the spine rounding evenly. Exhale, forehead toward the knee. Smooth inhale. Exhaling out the nose. Draw the abdomen in. Hands together. The hips are pushing forward as you roll the body up, bottom to top, untucking the chin lines. Lift the chest, lift the chin. Exhale, relax the head back. Arms up, arms back, extend the spine. Keep that breath flowing in and out through the nose as it's still steady and smooth. Arms up, chest up, palms together. Arms might come back, extend the spine, looking backwards. Change, come up with the upper body. Tuck the back toes under, stand up. Back foot to the front. And exhale, arms down. Moon salute. Inhale, arms over the head. Choose the grip with the hands. Lift the chest. Push the floor with the feet. Feel the lungs. As you exhale, arms and chest up and over to the right. Then gently push the hips to the left. We want the abdomen drawing in and up, lifting the chest. There's no twists or kinks in the spine. So let the inhale fill the left side of the body. On the exhale, feel a gentle compression on the right side of the torso. One more smooth breath in. Stay for the exhale. And slowly come back up. If we're holding onto a wrist, we swap the hands over. Lift the chest, lift the chin. Exhale, arms and chest up and over to the left. At the same time, gently push the hips to the right. Keep the abdomen drawing in and up. Keep the floor being pushed away by the heels. Chest lifted. If we can keep that length in the torso, the arms might come back a little more. One more inhale into the right lung. Exhale, feel compression in the left. Change, slowly come back up. Palms back together, cross the thumbs, lift the chest, backward bend. Exhale, lift the chin, relax the head back. The arms can come down to the heart space for a more supported version. Otherwise, keep the arms up, palms together. Extend the spine backwards. Arms back. Hips push forward. Push the floor away with the heels. Keep the chest up. Relax the belly. Arms back. Reach back. Go back. Open the front of the body. Change, slowly come back up. Bend the knees, draw the abdomen in, come down with a long spine, hands on the floor in front. So bend the knees, give everything a nice little wiggle here. Wiggle the hips, nod the head yes. Turn the head side to side. Pedal the feet. And when you're ready, slide the hands down the calves behind the legs. Forearms press into the backs of the calves and we hold on to the ankles. Fingers inside, thumbs outside, a C grip shape with the hands. Gently pull, lift the hips. Looking forward, create length in the spine. Then exhale, fold in half, reaching the top of the head to the floor. The upper body is glued to the legs, so you can bend the knees as much as you need. Exhale, stretch the body down using your abdominal strength. Shoulders away from the ears. Making sure the neck is relaxed. Exhale, lift the hips, let the weight roll forward to the toes. Feel that length across the back of the body. Change, look forward, palms together, arms with the ears. We bend the knees, abdomen's engaged, and come back up. Finishing off our moon salute with triangles. So big step with the legs, arms parallel to the floor, reach the fingers in opposite directions. Right toes to the right, bend the right knee, sink the hips. Hips push forward, spine tall in the center, so keep the chest lifted, the arms engaged. You can stay here, similar to a warrior two, except our gaze is not over the fingertips. We're looking straight ahead. Inhale, just move the arms, palms forward, right arm down, left arm up. Bring the right forearm, the wrist to the inner knee. Gently guide the knee back. There might be room to sink down a little lower, bringing the elbow to the inner knee, but keep the spine long, no curling or curving it down to get there. Head and chest back, look up. Reach the arms up and down in opposite directions. Push the rib cage down and keep the spine long. Feel the power in the bent leg. Change, look forward, come up with the arms, straighten right leg, right toes in, left toes out. Bend the left knee, sink the hips. Hips push forward, so both our hips are facing the same direction. Spine tall in the center, shoulders in line. Inhale, just move the arms. Left arm down, right arm up. Bring the left wrist, left forearm to the inner knee. Gently guide the knee back a little. Feel the opening of the inner leg. Reaching the right arm up, push the rib cage down, keep the spine tall. Grounding down through the outside of the right foot. Smooth breath in. Feel the center of the chest. Stay for the exhale. Reach the arms up and down. Change, look forward, come up with the arms, straighten the left leg, left toes in, arms up over the head. You might keep a big step between the legs or heel and toe them to about a medium step or somewhere in between. Twisting triangle, pick up the toes, turn to the right. Front toes point straight ahead, back foot's at roughly 45-degree angle, hips even, shoulders even. Draw the abdomen in, look forward, and we come down. Left hand on the floor, on the inside of the right foot. If we've got a block, a book, anything to raise the floor up can be quite handy in this one to keep the twist in the torso. Inhale, right arm opens the chest to the ceiling. Exhale, twist from the heart space, keeping the hips as even as you can. Push the floor away with the bottom hand. Change, looking down, right hand down. If you've got a prop, maybe picking it up with you, depending on what it is. Then pick up the toes and turn all the way to the left. Hips even, shoulders even, back foot 45 degrees. Exhale and go down. Keep the abdomen in. Right hand on the floor on the inside of the left foot. Inhale, left arm opens the chest to the ceiling. Exhale, twist from the heart space. Feel this in the torso. Exhale, gentle twist. Grounding the back heel down. Change, look down, left hand down, and slowly come back up. Pick up the toes, turn all the way to the right. Same positioning with the legs, the hips and the shoulders. Everything nice and even, spine tall in the center. Exhale, chin to chest, draw the abdomen in, and start rolling down, separate leg head to knee. Like you're diving to the floor. Separate the hands on either side of the foot, or keep the palms together, pushing the floor area beyond the toes for something a little more challenging. Bring the forehead to the knee. Your forehead and knee don't touch. Bend the knee to meet the forehead. Chin to chest, keep rounding the back. Bring a little more weight into that front leg. Feel the compression front side. Change, hands together, hips push forward, roll up bottom to top, untuck the chin last. Pick up the toes, turn to the left. Hips even, shoulders even, spine tall, ground the back heel down, chin to chest. Look at your belly button as you pull it in and curl down. Forehead to the knee. Push the floor away with the fingertips. You can bend that knee if you need to. You want to feel that strong compression in the abdomen. Chin toward the chest to compress the throat. And make sure you're not tensing the neck. Well, there will be some tensing of the neck, but not overdoing it. We want to really use the abdomen and round the whole back by compressing the chest, the abdomen. Change hands, come together, roll up bottom to top. Pick up the toes, do a little quarter turn, feet together, float the arms down. Awkward pose, kicking off our balancing series. Feet about hip distance apart, hands up parallel to the floor. Relax the shoulder blades down the back. Hips back, exhale, sit down. You're sitting in an invisible chair, so thighs might eventually be parallel to the floor and the chest lifted nice and high. If we find we're falling forwards or the upper body's coming down, we're not engaging the abdomen, then come up higher in your chair. Feel the abdomen getting stronger. Feel that power building up in the legs. Change. We come back up, come up on the tippy toes, lengthen through the crown of the head. We can stay here. Or as you exhale, hips back, shoulders back, sit down over the top of the toes. Eventually you're back in that chair with hips a little higher than the knees, but we want the shoulders to stay back and the spine tall in the center. Invite the wobbles and shakes. Keep breathing. Change, slowly come back up, heels down, arms stay there strong. Third part, knees together, weight to the toes, lengthen through the crown of the head. As you exhale, slowly come down. Nice and slow, all the way down till you're sitting on the heels. We're not resting here, so there's a little tiny gap between the hips and the heels as we lift the chest, the crown of the head. Knees draw toward each other, and knees down just a little bit as well. Find your balance here. Let the inhale fill the center of the chest. Stay for the exhale. Find stillness. To come out, separate the knees, lean forward a little, and come up. Slower than we went down if we can. Heels down, arms down. Standing head to knee. If you prefer standing hand to toe, then please be my guest with that one. Focus on a strong, solid, grounded leg. For standing head to knee, we break it down to 4 separate steps as well. If your breath can stay steady, that's the one that you remain. Ground down through the left leg, contract the left upper leg, and push the floor away with the standing foot. Right leg lifts, right thigh parallel to the floor. We can stay right here. Next step, round down, interlace the fingers at the ball of the foot, relax the thumbs on top of the foot, and stand back up. If your standing leg is solid and grounded, the next step would be extend the right leg forward, lifting the chest, arms straight, making a 90-degree angle with the legs, keeping the engagement in the abdomen, the thighs, front side. Now, if you can balance here with both legs straight, maybe bending the elbows down, rounding the spine forward. That's the next step. Keep the spine rounding evenly using your abdominal strength. Push the floor away with the standing foot. The last part, again, not skipping any steps to get here. Chin to chest and forehead to knee. Keep breathing. Whatever step you're in, find your balance. So come out, the head, lift the chest, leg down. Shift the weight into the right leg, push the floor away with the right foot, draw the abdomen in. Left leg lifts, round down, interlace the fingers at the ball of the foot, cross the thumbs on top of the foot. Lift the chest, exhale, extend the left leg forward. Arms straight, chest lifted. Keep pushing the floor away with the standing foot. The weight is even between the base of the big toe, the pinky, and the heel. If both legs stay straight, elbows down, round the spine forward. Make sure we're not pulling with the thumbs and the neck. You keep kicking all the way from that left hip through to the heel. The toes might be turning back to feel that little bit more on the underneath of the left leg. Chin to chest and forehead to knee. Find your stillness. To come out, head up, arms straight, leg down. Standing bow. Right hand up, elbow touch the body, thumb points back. Let the hand come down without turning or twisting it. Ground down through the left leg and pick up the right ankle from the inside. Knees together, left arm up, reach up to the ceiling. Exhale, kick the right foot back, kick, kick, kick. Create a back bend. When you can't kick anymore, come down from the low belly. Keep the left arm high next to the ear. You keep kicking the right foot back and up into a standing splits. Bringing the right hip down. Feel this in the pelvis and the back. Reaching forward, kicking back, kicking up. Find that balance between ease and effort, between kick and stretch. Change, kick the leg down to come up, standing tall. Other side, left hand up, thumb points back. Let the hand come down. Grab the ankle from the inside. Right arm up. As you exhale, kick the left foot, kick, 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 create a back bend. And when you can't kick anymore, bring the body down. Keep the right arm high. Lift the chest. Only coming down from the low belly. Reach forward with the fingertips as you kick the left foot back and up. Create that beautiful back bend. Weight even between the pad of the foot. So big toe, pinky and heel all grounded. Kicking back, kicking up. Change, keep the leg down and come back up. Feel that shift, that internal flow from one side of the body to the other. Stepping to the back of the mat, balancing stick. Inhale, arms over the hip. Interlace the fingers, release the index fingers, thumbs crossed. Arms with the ears. Step forward with the right foot. Hips push forward. Center of gravity is all in that front leg. Engage the limbs, exhale, tilt from the hip. Arms, head, leg, everything becomes parallel to the floor. You look like a capital T. Lifting the left leg, point the toes back, arms to the ears. Body down, leg up, chest down. Arms up, stretch, stretch, stretch. Change, inhale, come back up. Keep the arms there if we can. Step forward with the left foot. Hips push forward, lift the chest. Keep the limbs engaged. Weight is all in that front leg. Exhale, abdomen in, and we tilt. If the back's not happy, hands come to the heart space. They might even rest on that standing leg thigh. Pointing the right toes back, body down, leg up, making that capital T shape with the body, hips even, shoulder blades drawn toward each other. Keep breathing. Change, come back up. Let the arms down. Stand tall. Notice what you notice within. Slowing things down, separate leg stretching. Big step with the legs. Arms reach out to the side, heels in line. As you exhale, look forward, bring the body down. So back flat, spine straight, hands on the floor in front of you. You can bend the knees if that helps create a little bit of ease in the tension across the back body. Grabbing the ankles from the outside. As you exhale, let the weight roll forward to the toes. Hips go past the ankles towards the toes. As you lift the hips up, stretch the body down from the low spine towards the floor. So reach the chest down, reaching the top of the head down. Exhale and gently pull. If your legs are straight, you might bend the elbows towards the shins to go a little deeper. And feel this in the belly of the muscles, nothing sharp, nothing too strong at the attachment sites. Inhale, exhale, fold, reach the forehead to the floor between the big toes. Inhale,
Exhale, fold the pelvis over the legs. To come out, look forward, arms out to the side, squeeze the shoulder blades together as you reverse swan dive back up. Heel and toe the feet to a smaller step apart. Step the feet together, arms up. Exhale, arms down. Standing Savasana. Notice what you notice. Steady exhale. Slowing everything down. Tree pose in toe stand. We'll shift the weight into the left leg. Right leg lifts. Right knee out to the right a little. Feel this rotation in the hip as you hold the foot from underneath with the left hand. You can use your other hand as well to assist. Heel to the groin and gently guide the knee back. Hip pushes forward, spine tall in the center. Half lotus tree, all about the hip opener. Hands might come together at the heart space. If the foot slips, keep holding on with the left hand. Keep the abdomen drawn in and up, making sure there's no twisting sensation in the knee. If there is, we back off completely. Focusing on balance instead of depth. Change, right knee lifts, leg down, arms down. We'll shift the weight into the right foot. Left leg lifts. Knee out to the side a little, rotate from the hip. Hold the foot from underneath with the right hand, heel to the groin. Hands up to the heart space as you guide the left knee back. Spine tall. Breathing into the center of the lungs. The gaze is focused on that one point, straight ahead. And your stillness. Change, lift the left knee, leg down, arms down. Toe stand, shift the floor away with the left leg, right leg lifts, heel to the groin. Guide the knee back, and here we are. Second set of tree if we want to be here. We get the same benefit, the same hip opener, build your foundation strong. Any toe standers, we bend the knee a little, hinge from the hip, and bring the body down. Fingers to the floor, come onto the ball of the foot, turn the left heel in, and sit down on the heel. Rest the heel under the opposite hip, hands to either side of the body, balance on the fingertips. Maybe we bring the hands up one by one as you keep drawing the knees toward each other, activating the pelvic floor. Spine tall, our gaze is down. Focus on that one point and find your breath whichever position you're in. To come out, hands on the floor in front. Straighten the left leg. You can keep a little bend in the knee to protect the joint as we come back up with the upper body. Right knee lifts, leg down, arms down. Last side, push the floor away with the right foot. Lift the left leg, heel to the groin. Knee comes back, hands to the heart space. Here we are for tree pose round 2. Any toe standers, bend the knee, hinge from the hip, bring the body down, fingers to the floor, come onto the ball of the foot, turn the heel in a little and sit down. Rest that heel under the opposite hip. Knees draw toward each other as you balance on the fingertips, lift through the crown of the head. Hands might come up to the heart space one by one. The left knee down as well, so eventually the knees look like they're in one line. Find your stillness. When you're ready to come out, hands on the floor, straighten the leg, draw the abdomen in, and come back up. Left leg up, leg down, arms down. Always thank your body for its work so far. On your practice, we'll come down for a little arm balance. Crow pose. Everyone's been taking really good flight with their crow. So again, you're all quite familiar with this one already. Feel free to dive on right in. Otherwise, I'll take the time to go through the setup. This is your practice though. This is your time to fly. Feet about hip distance apart. Bend the knees, hands on the floor. Push the floor away with the hands. Bend the elbows, create a little shelf with the backs of the arms. Bring the weight into the hands, come onto the balls of the feet. Knees go into the backs of the upper arms. Let the weight come forward, 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 chin away from the chest, look forward. We're on the very tips of the toes. Maybe bring one foot off the floor, then the other, and then both. Toes touch, big toes touch, heels lift. You take flight. Keep looking forward. Keep pushing the floor away with the hands. You keep the hips lifting, the abdomen engaged. We're using our hips and our abdomen here. We're quite light with the knees on the backs of the arms. Keep breathing. Keep flying. And then when you're ready, slowly come down. It can be nice to give the wrist a little stretch in the opposite way. Being very mindful of our wrist while we're working our arm balances. And coming down, lying on the back, Savasana. Very well-deserved one. Letting the feet fall open, arms by your side. Let everything soften with the exhale. Now, traditionally, the arms and the legs are meant to be quite close to the body, but if having the arms out wider allows the shoulders to soften, then please go for it. Gentle scan of the body from top to bottom, front to back, one side to the other. What do we notice? What's happening within? When removing pose, right leg lifts, interlace the fingers on the shin, cross the thumbs. Gently pull the right knee towards the right chest, the right shoulder. When you've got resistance with the arms, gently push the hips down. Feel the compression run across the low belly. Relaxing the jaw. The breath steady and smooth. Breathing into the right side of the low belly. Change. Release the right leg down, arms down. Left leg lifts. Interlace the fingers on the left shin. Pull the knee gently towards the chest, the shoulder. Compress the low belly on the left side. Nothing sharp in the hip. We go right to left to work with the same direction our intestines flowing. Moving the wind or the air from the body. Exhale, gently sink the hips down. Maybe extending the right heel away from the body. Change. Release the left leg down to the floor, soften the fingertips. And then both legs come up. Aim to grab the opposite elbows over the legs. Your ball might be looser than this, and that's fine. Chin to the chest a little bit, but keep the back of the head on the floor. As you exhale, sink the hips down. Inhale, belly rises. Exhale, sink the hips. Feel that tractioning across the spine. That compression in the abdomen, really massaging your internal organs. Change. Bend the knees. Release the grip on the legs, feet straight to the floor. It's not an abdominal exercise to come out of. We extend the legs one by one and soften. Again, what do we notice in the hips as the energy returns to where we had that compression? Now sit up time. Heels touch, flex the feet to the face, contract the thighs.
Chin to chest, shoulders off the floor. Reach the hands to the feet with the palms facing each other. And keep the upper body off the floor. Inhale, arms to the ears. Keep the arms there. Exhale, sit up, roll up. Grab the toes, fold in half, elbows down. Turn around, lie down on the belly. Your back strengthening series now, starting with Cobra. Hands underneath the shoulders. Fingertips in line with the top of the shoulders. Stretch the elbows down towards the hips. Push the tops of the feet into the floor. Take a deep breath. Inhale, use the glutes, the low back to peel the chest off the floor. Push the chest forward, stretch the elbows down towards the hips. You can use the hands to help you come up as long as it doesn't take engagement from the back. Chin away from the chest. Stretch the elbows down, arms with the body. Change, slowly come down. Arms down by the side. Thumbs to the outside. Push the floor away with the hands for a variation of our locust. Lift the chest, head, shoulders and legs off the floor. Weight is in the hands and the hips. Squeeze the shoulder blades toward each other, legs up. Chest lifted, chest forward, chin away from the chest. You might look up, as long as it's not jamming the neck. Change, slowly come down. For locust, arms out to the side like wings. Stretch the fingertips in opposite directions. Squeeze the fingers toward each other. Nice tight arms. Stretch the toes back, engage the legs. The legs might be together or maybe apart. As you exhale, arms, head, legs, everything comes off the floor like you're taking off. Chest up, arms back. Squeeze the shoulder blades toward each other. Chest forward. Palms are facing forward the same direction as the front of the shoulders. The arms lead the way as they open your chest to the ceiling. Lift up, come up, and slowly come down. Bow pose. One more. Bend the knees. Grab the feet from the outside, just below the toes. Wrists are straight. Shoulders relaxed. So we're not reaching all the way around and bending the wrists. The grip isn't very strong. We've just got our fingers on that bump on the below the big toe. Take a deep breath and kick the feet back and open. Now that we kick, our grip locks into place. We kick the legs back and up. Chest forward. You roll the weight into the pelvis and the legs. Relax the shoulders. Keep the chest lifted and forward. Chin away from the chest. Open the front body. Engage the glutes, engage the back as you kick the legs up, kicking the body up into a teardrop. Change, slowly coming down. Right here on the mat and arms by your side. Noticing the sensations along the spine. Noticing the quality of the breath. What's happening in the toes and the fingertips? Are we able to slow down the exhale and keep awareness within? Hands underneath the shoulders. Tuck the toes under, contract the thighs. Giving yourself a little push-up. Sit down on the heels in the center of the mat. However a push-up looks for you. Breaking this down, fixed firm pose. 3 distinct separate shapes. Staying at your appropriate level of sensation without any twisting sensation in the knee. If this is strong, we lean forward, lift the hips, and then we can control if we want the weight to come back down. If this is comfy, separate the feet, sit down between the heels until your bum comes to the floor. And keep the chest lifted, the shoulders over the hips, and let gravity do the work as we open up around the hips. The knees might want to open wide. If they want to, let them go for it. And if you're reclining, check in with the knees once again. There's no twist in them. Hands on the feet, fingers forward. Come down to the elbows. One by one, the chest is lifted. We keep the weight in the elbows. As you relax the head back of the head might touch the floor. Can we still keep the weight in the elbows? Lifting the chest, stretching the front body. Then chin comes to chest, back of the head to the floor. Shoulders, upper body all reclines down. Keep the tailbone tucked under so that there's no jamming in the low back. If we recline comfortably, arms over the head, hold the opposite elbows. Chin to chest. Knees might draw toward each other as long as they don't come off the floor. And everything else is relaxed here. It should be quite a resting position. Again, no forcing the body. If our bone structure doesn't like this, no amount of forcing is going to change that. Hands on the feet, fingers forward. Use the help of the elbows to come back up without turning or twisting the spine. Hands on the floor beside the legs. Push the floor away, lift the hips, take the weight off your legs, feet and knees together. We sit back down on the heels, arms over the head, palms touch, cross the thumbs. The arms engage, the hips with the heels, the inner legs squeeze together tight. As you exhale, bring the chest forward beyond the knees. Little fingers to the floor. Forehead relaxes down toward the floor. It might touch, it might not, but keep the chin away from the chest. Lengthen the spine. Inhale, slide the pinkies forward. Arms are straight and wrists in the air. Or you might choose to bend the elbows a little if that gets into some sticky spots in the back. As you exhale, sink the hips down. The legs draw toward each other. Exhale, sink the hips. The palms squeeze together, thumbs crossed. Hips stay with the heels. And come back up. That beautiful line from tailbone to fingertips. Exhale, float the arms down. Stand up on the knees. Camel pose. Hip distance between the knees and the feet. Hands on the hips. Fingers to the floor. Hips push forward. Feel the hip flexors engage and stack the hips on top of the knees. You want to keep them there the whole time so hips nice and strong. Inhale, lift the chest. Exhale, draw the shoulder blades toward each other. So you'll notice that forward of the hips and lift of the chest is what gives us that beautiful shape and space to round back. Inhale, lift the chest. As you exhale, look over the left shoulder, look at your left toes and your left heel. Reach with the left fingertips, tap the left heel, and then bring the left hand back to the left hip. Turn forward, hips push forward, lift the chest. Exhale, look over the right shoulder, look at your right heel. Reach down with the right fingertips, we keep the chest high. Tap the heel, and bring the hand to the low back once more. We'll turn forward. That gives us the body a little idea of how to go from hands on the hips to hands on the heels. Hips push forward, lift the chest. Exhale, relax the head back. So keep the chin lifting away from the chest, soften the head. Eyes open, look behind you. We keep those hip flexors pushing forward. Inhale, lift the chest. You might bring hands down to heels one by one, fingers inside, thumbs outside. You grab the heels, lift the chest, and keep the hip flexors pushing forward. Relax the head back. You might open the mouth, that's okay. But keep the breath in and out through the nose. We slow everything down. We find a stillness, a calmness in the eye of the storm. Looking to the back wall, maybe looking and seeing the floor. Keep the chest lifted. Now, if anyone can see their toes wriggling, let me know because I've got a next step for you. One more inhale. Easy exhale. Hands onto the hips, the low back. The hips stay pushing forward. Lift the chest as you come back up. And sit down on the heels. Oof. Just letting everything go with the exhale. Take a moment here. Noticing what is brought up when we open the chest, the front body in that way. Can be confronting. When the body trusts, it can be extremely relaxing. Rabbit, hands onto the heels, thumbs on the outside, fingers on the inside, just like our camel. Chin to chest. Keep the chin glued to the chest. Exhale, draw the abdomen in. We want to curl up into a tight ball and compress the front side. So roll down, round down, forehead toward the knees. Chin is still glued to the chest. Grab your heels tight. If you can't grab your heels, hands on the floor on either side of the knees. Same benefit. If we've got that grip on the heels, exhale, pull the heels strong. Don't let anything compromise this grip. Lift the hips, roll the weight forward into the arms. The arms become straighter. The thighs become perpendicular to the floor. Heels draw toward each other. Arms draw toward each other to activate the chest. Keep the weight in the arms. Keep it out of the head. So chin glued to the chest, forehead toward the knees, but no weight in the head. If there's any, it's just a couple of percent. Exhale, pull on the heels, lift the hips, round the back. You're an angry cat. Change, pull the heels, pull the hips down, uncurl the spine, bottom to top, the head untucking last. Get that biggest front side opener, and then the biggest lengthening of the back of the spine. Two of our biggies in this series. Roll the weight, roll over the legs, bringing them out in front. Stretching series, separate leg to knee. Forehead to knee, arms over the head, interlace the fingers, lift the chest. About 90-degree angle with the legs. Turn to the right, tuck the chin to the chest. Exhale and curl down. Forehead to the knee and fingers interlaced at the ball of the foot. We keep the chin glued to the chest. You can find the foot with the hands without looking. It's just at the end of your leg. Inhale into the back of the lung. If your leg is straight, exhale. Draw the abdomen in as you bend the elbows down. Remember, having your legs straight is secondary. Exhale, forehead toward the knee, round the spine. Change, curl up bottom to top. Maybe we can keep the arms overhead as we switch the legs over. Okay, create some pressure with the sole of the right foot against the inner left leg. Turn to the left, tuck the chin. Exhale and curl down. Dive down, forehead to knee, fingers interlaced at the ball of the foot. You can bend the knee up to meet the forehead if they're not touching. Now, if your leg is straight, you might bend the elbows down and roll into the midline a little. Think of the spine rounding evenly over your extended leg. So it might mean right elbow down, right shoulder down a little more. It might be forehead to knee, but it also might be left temple to the inner knee. So feel this one out. Change, uncurl bottom to top, legs out in front, taking a sit up, lying down on the back, arms down by your side. Flex the feet to the face, contract the thighs. Chin to chest, shoulders off the floor, reach the hands to the feet. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, roll up, fold and half. For stretching, make two peace signs with the fingers. Grab the big toes with palms facing each other, lift the chest. So knees might be bent, or they might straighten out. The legs might be together, or there might be a little gap between them. Keep the chest lifted, flex the feet to the face, all 10 toes curl back toward you. As you exhale, you might bend the elbows as you roll the pelvis forward over the legs. Keep the back long and tall as our priority here for a couple of breaths. Feel this lengthening on the hips, the under legs. Exhale, maybe folding a little more. You might keep the spine long, or you might bring our target area further up the back of the body by letting the forehead relax toward the knees and rounding the spine. You might feel this on either side of the upper back, either side of the spine. Exhale, fold. You might prefer to stay where you were with a flat back. Inhale. Exhale, fold, going where the body's asking. Change, uncurl. Head up last. And coming into our butterfly. Soles of the feet together. Heels close to the groin. You might choose to interlace the fingers at the toes, lift the chest, and draw the knees toward the floor. If this is a little tricky to keep the chest lifted, the hands might come behind you. If the hands are on the foot and the chest is lifted, you might bring the body forward around the spine, using your forearms, your elbows to gently press onto the legs to create a little more open. We've got options. Change slowly, come back up. Coming into pigeon, rolling over to the hands and the knees. Right knee comes towards the right wrist. Right ankle comes up towards the left wrist. If the knee doesn't like it, keep the right heel closer to the groin. Walk the left leg back. Become heavy in the hips here, making sure we're not heavy in the right knee. Coming up onto the fingertips, lift the chest. Keeping the hips as even as we can here. The invitation might be there to come forward, or you might prefer to stay upright. You might lean the body forward, coming onto the forearms. Noticing the tension on the outer right upper leg and the right glute. The invitation might be there to let the whole body relax down over the leg. Change, we'll bring the upper body up. Tuck the left toes under the back leg. Straighten the leg, and we lift up. Coming into the push-up, like the top of a push-up. Then we bring the left knee forward to the left wrist. Bring the left ankle up towards the right wrist, and then walk the right leg back. Become nice and heavy in the hips. Hands on either side of the body. You might feel this as a stretch of the right hip flexor of the back leg. You can stay here, or let the body come forward. Coming down onto the forearms, testing it out. Notice the sensation change into the left glute, the outer left leg. And then the invitation might be there to recline all the way down. Change. Coming back up with the upper body, we'll just roll over the left hip, the leg out in front, so that you can release the right leg, bringing it forward. Keep the left leg where it is, bring the left heel to the right hip, and right foot over the left knee corner for a reverse twist, or reverse spinal twist. Left hand behind the back, pushing the floor away, lifting the chest. The right arm comes around the outer right leg and holds onto the left knee with the right hand. Inhale, lift the chest. Exhale, turn and twist. Look over your left shoulder. Twist the spine from bottom to top. Exhale, twist. If you can keep the spine tall and the chest lifted, left arm might reach behind the back and grab at the inner thigh on the right side. Exhale, twist. Change, unravel. Hands behind you as we swap the legs over, right leg under, left foot over the right knee corner, heel and knee touch, hips both even on the floor. Right hand behind the back, push the floor away, lift the chest. Left arm comes around the outer left leg and hold the right knee with the left hand. Inhale, lift the chest. Exhale, turn and twist, look over your right shoulder. Keeping that twist even from bottom to top. Inhale into the heart space. Exhale and twist. Twist. And twist. Change, unravel. Recline down for one more sit up. Heels touch, flex the feet to the face, contract the thighs. Chin to chest, shoulders off the floor. Reach the hands to the feet. Inhale onto the ears. Exhale, sit up. Fold in half. Coming to a comfortable seated position, preferably sitting on the heels if it's available. Fire breath, Kapalabhati breath. If sitting on the heels is not happening today, any comfortable seat will work. We exhale out the mouth, snapping the belly in forcefully, then relax the belly, relax the breath. The inhales are just automatic. So the more we put into the exhale, more the inhale breath will just be happening all by itself. The more room we make for the inhale. The lips swallow a couple of times, hands on the knees and arms straight to keep the chest lifted and airways clear. Let that belly all hang out, we're all friends. And begin. And change. Lick the lips, swallow a couple of times, one more set. Second set's a little quicker than the first, but just keep your own pace where you can. If you would like an additional little challenge, close the mouth, exhale out the nose instead. Let the belly hang, spine tall, and begin. And change. Hands come together at the heart space. Bow the head slightly, sealing off your practice. Going back to your intention. Keep the eyes closed down, turn around, lie on the back. Final Savasana. Final rest. Letting the feet fall open. Arms by your side. The body softens down. Let the breath be whatever it wants to be. The next few minutes are yours to go inward a little deeper. Noticing what you notice. Every exhale, can we soften a little further within? Letting this warmth, this softness wash over the body. Let it radiate out into the room. Open your heart. Open your mind. Inhale, belly rises. Exhale, belly falls. Feeling free to stay in Savasana as long as you need. This is your space. This is your practice. If you're choosing, you might bring some gentle movements into the fingertips and the toes. As you slowly wake the body up. You might increase these movements into circles of the wrist, the ankle. Maybe reaching the arms overhead as you stretch the legs in the opposite direction. Full body awakening. Taking the time, if you choose, to come back up to a comfortable seated position. Hands coming to the heart space, bowing the head slightly. Honoring that light, that wisdom within yourself. Namaste. Thanking you from the bottom of my heart for letting me hold the space for you. Well, you do all the hard work. Any questions, any feedback, anything at all, please get in touch. Have a beautiful rest of the day. Yeah, I'll see you again soon.